Hey y'all, thank you so much for coming back to my page. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to bleach the knots on your frontal wig. It's easy, I promise you. I'm going to take you guys step by step and show you the easiest way to go ahead and bleach those knots. So make sure you have some gloves, a knife, a bowl, some bleach. Also make sure you have a brush to comb through the hair, then have some clips and some tweezers on the side. I don't want you guys to overthink the process of bleaching the knots, but bleaching the knots is probably the most important part when it comes to doing a frontal closure, whatever you need. Anything that involves knots, bleaching it is very important. Also, shout out to my new wig line. This is from the Gifted Lux collection. You guys will be able to see this one on my page. Alright, so here's a couple facts for you guys. If you look on the left, that shows knots that have not been bleached. If you look on the right, that shows knots that have been bleached. The only difference between those two is the fact that one looks like a real scalp and one doesn't. When you bleach the knots, it gives you the effect that their scalp is real. Alright, so first things first, you're going to grab your Got2b spray and you're going to use this to basically spray the roots of the wig. You want to do this so that you can avoid the bleach from leaking onto the scalp too much, and then it's going to make it look like hot roots. It's going to make the part look OD wide, and y'all, that does not look good. That'd be making everybody's parts look crazy. So make sure you spray it down, go between the hair, and do what you got to do with that Got2b spray. Now, I like to take my wig and flip it upside down, and then I'll place a T-pin right at the top of the lace just to hold the wig down. Alright, so after you do that, then just pull the sides down, making sure that none of the hair is sticking out of the side. Smooth it back, and you're going to make sure it's completely upside down. Alright, so then you're going to grab another T-pin and you're going to put down that left ear flap. Then you're going to grab another one and you're going to put down the right ear flap. Alright, so once your wig looks somewhat like mine, you're going to go ahead and grab your bleach and put 2 full scoops into the bowl. Alright, so once you have that, you're going to grab your 40 volume developer, and me personally, I eyeball mine to see how much I want to mix in there, but you're going to mix it until you get a consistency that almost looks as if it cannot fall off of the spoon or the fork or the knife. Whatever you're using to mix, it should not be able to fall off of it once it's all mixed together and you scoop it up. Alright, you see how I scoop it and it's not going nowhere? That's what yours should look like. That means it's not going to bleed through onto the roots. Now you're going to take your knife and you're going to smooth it onto the roots, right on top of that lace. Now, there's no particular way how to do this. I generally just make sure that I cover everything. Everything's nice and smooth and even. Make sure that you're okay to apply enough pressure to where it's not going to leak through, but it's still going to get onto the lace. And if you're really worried about it leaking through, getting onto the actual hair, just remember what I told you guys. Make sure that your mix is thick enough to not fall off the knife. That is very important. That is what is going to prevent it from not leaking through onto the other part of the hair. As you guys can see, I am taking my time with this. I am not rushing it. It is never supposed to be a rush process when it comes to doing hair. Take your time, breathe, Move at your own pace and everything should work out fine in the end. Alright, so I did notice that my bleach was getting a little dry on me, so I went ahead and added a little bit of developer to it, mixed it up, and then I just kept right on bleaching those knots. Now make sure you guys go back and check for any little missed spots in the very front row that you might have missed. That is the most important area. So I'm just going right back across here, making sure that I'm covering up everything and making sure that we're good to go. Now you're going to take your good old Reynolds wrap and you're going to fold down a little top portion. You're going to place it right across the front where you put that bleach, and then you're going to go ahead and turn the head around. This is just to check to see if everything is covered. Then you're going to fold down that right piece. You're going to fold down the middle, and then you're going to fold down the very last left side. Now we're going to go ahead and let this sit for about 30 minutes, and then I will come back when the time is up and show you guys what everything looks like. Alright, so we had about 5 minutes left. I went ahead and turned my wig over 15 minutes through just to make sure that nothing was bleeding through. As you can see, I'm checking all throughout the wig and there is no bleed through spots. Everything looks even. So we're going to finish letting this process, take it downstairs, wash it out, and then I'll show you guys the finished results. Alright, so I went ahead and washed everything out, and this is what it's looking like now. I myself am pleased at how this looks, but I think I am going to bleach the knots one more time and repeat this process. It is okay to bleach the knots more than once if you do not achieve the color that you wanted to for the roots, but make sure that you follow the steps exactly how you were supposed to before. Other than that, though, it still looks great. I'm very pleased with how everything came out, y'all. It's very easy once you get the hang of it. Just take your time, do the step-by-step process, and you will learn eventually how to bleach knots. Once again, this is a wig from my new wig collection, the Gifted Lux collection. Please make sure you guys go follow my new Instagram page, and thank you so much for watching.